I've had my eye on one of these for quite a while. Couldn't really justify spending quite how much they actually cost. But as I'm sure everybody in the UK knows, Prepper's Shop have been forced to stop selling knives, still under slightly dubious circumstances, but they're turning things out at a discount. So I finally got one. What I didn't realise is just how big this knife actually is. It is massive for a folding knife. It does come in this quite nice box with two pocket clips, one of which is already attached, and the other one comes in the packet, but only one set of screws. Yeah, no, I don't either. It is enormous. I mean, for a folding knife, you would really ask whether you need a knife this big. Answer: yeah, why not? If you can do it. I think that's a great sort of cold steel attitude. Guess what? We can do it. So, the size of the thing is about a foot long, 30 centimetres. Blade, about 5.5 inches. And the handle, you can obviously work out. But it is, I'm going to just have a look at this again. That is a foot long folding knife. It's bonkers. It really is. I'm bravo to Cold Steel for making something like this. I think it's just the size of it really appeals. Right, the blade is very nice finish, this sort of stone wash, acid wash finish, and it is AUS 10A. It's not the best steel, but I don't know, the blade is big enough to handle most things. Talking of handles, this is apparently made of Gavex. No, I don't either. But it's got this really nice little pattern on it. These are all sort of Maltese cross shapes, and it is plenty grippy enough. You've got sort of two handholds, one roughly there and one sort of there. Like I said, it is. I mean, this is just a massive knife. It has this tri-lock system, which Cold Steel are very happy about. It basically seems to have a bit of wear in it, so that everything can wear fairly well naturally. You can look it up. It didn't make a great deal of sense. It's basically, I thought it would like lock in 3 places, but it doesn't. It refers to the pin and the locking pin. One thing you do have to do when opening this or closing it is think about what you're doing. If we go from there, trust me, that is enough to get a fairly deep injury. That's pretty much healed now, but it was caused by this knife. When I sort of opened it and it slipped and I had my finger in the way, which is pretty stupid. Just to be aware, it's a fairly hefty old blade. Nice clip point. Apparently this tri-lock system is so strong you can actually dangle 800 pounds weight off it before it will break. It's nice to know. If you ever have to dangle 4 or 5 people off it, at least you'll know you can use it as a climbing iron or something like that. It handles really nicely. I have been using this quite a lot. I'm actually off self-isolating because I tested positive for bloody COVID. So I'm in self-isolation. And I have been playing with this quite a bit, and it works really well. You can do surprisingly detailed little work with it, and it does make a pretty good chopper as well. Is it sharp as it comes, given the fact that the box says, please use caution when handling Cold Steel products. Knives are extremely sharp. It is, actually. Extremely sharp. That's just straight out of the box. That's no touching up, nothing. Yeah, that is, I think, quite impressively sharp. I've often made this point that more expensive knives often aren't as sharp as cheap knives that I've received, but this really is. So let's see what it can do to a bottle. Not too shabby. And a carton, very cheap. Horrible drink. a little bit of pool noodle. Yep, I think so. So in conclusion, it's a big knife, it's a sharp knife, it's a tough knife, and that lock is pretty good. There are a couple of videos of people breaking it. Basically, from what I could see, they'd actually managed to press the lock shut. But that's a solid lock, and it's a big solid knife.